Alright, here we are. So, ended up missing out on a few days. I went on vacation and everything, so I had planned on pre-recording a few videos that I would be constantly uploading while I was on vacation, but when I tried to make those videos, they turned out to be really bad. Uh, Not in like a sense of like they were edited badly or anything. It was just like because of the matches I was getting, I was struggling to actually show off how the characters worked. And then I had to go to work because obviously I'm not making any money doing any of this right now. Uh, so I still have an actual job, and I had to go to work, so I just ended up having to miss some days. Unfortunate, but it's fine. Um, that being said, let's get into it. We're still continuing on technical. We have done Frieza, Krillin, and Gotenks. We're moving on to Majin Buu, which is why he was on the thing. So let's get into it. His passive, so an ability that strengthens himself when he's healing or obstructing other people. So that's like obstructing them by giving them like a debuff status effect, or if you are obviously healing your ally, which is something that he like a skill that he does have. It will just increase the damage dealt by his rush attacks, which is pretty good. His rush attack is just a standard energy blast, nothing like too crazy. Um, his skill one, it is like he throws a piece of his fat at the enemy in a set direction. When you put it on them, it'll give them a movement speed debuff, and you can stack this up to 3 times when you obviously max the skill out. I think it's only twice at first level. But it also nerfs their attack, so they also do less damage to you, and they become a larger target, which means that your ability to hit them from further away like also increases. Very good move, and it works with his passive, obviously. His skill 2, this is his healing move. It's his best move. Allows him to heal it actually recovers the HP of his allies. If they are close to you, they get more healing. It also heals yourself, and by leveling it up, you actually can fire multiple beams, and you increase how much it heals. This is a very good technique, but unfortunately, it does make it so you literally can't do anything other than heal people. I feel like you should be able to rush attack, because like literally it's like, oh, if you're healing allies, then like you should be able to like get better rush attack, but that's not the case. Like you get it like obviously if they're obstructed, but like it doesn't really show like the healing portion of, oh, I guess it does. Here it is. But it's like the buff lasts afterwards, but you can't attack during the buff, which is kind of like my thing. I feel like you should be able to attack people while you're healing. His skill 3. This is technically another obstruction. It pushes away enemies. It's really good for defense. It also gives you strike defense, which isn't great because obviously energy energy characters are currently in the meta. But it does allow you to push people off a tower, similar to like Batamo. You can also kind of control where you're moving, and it does work as a movement tool. But it doesn't do enough damage for me. So personally, I tend to avoid this skill. I mostly focus on the skill 1 and skill 2. But it's not a bad skill by any means. This is his best thing in his kit outside of like obviously his healing. But like even then, you fire a beam, and then in that AoE, which it is not that big at first level, it is a small area of effect at level 1. But it turns any enemies in the AoE into candy, which will deal, I think, about 2,000 damage and heal you. And it's a big burst of health, so it's really good. It also creates that entire AoE, that entire circle, also recovers your HP as well as the HP of your allies, which then also builds into your passive, which will make your rush attack stronger. And you can actually attack while staying in this, so this doesn't prevent you from attacking either. So very, very good. The only downside to this is it does have the secondary effect where, like, if someone is 2 levels higher than you, they are able to rush attack as the candy that they become. But they still can't use their skills, so being able to prevent people from using their skills is still very good. So, like, I think it still works out. But alright, let's see if we can get into a match, and get a win. It's gonna be a little difficult because this character relies heavily on enabling your DPS, but like there are just better characters for that. But I still think we can make it work. So we're gonna see how we do. All right, we got a super start. That's pretty good. We also have hammers, which is not as good, but that's fine. We're gonna be using Corrin because I got Corrin. He is currently the best helper for technical. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon unless they completely nerf the way he works. I would really like it if either one of my DPSs came up top with me, but it doesn't look to be in the cards. It looks like we're... Oh, wait. Look at that. Okay, well, we do have a DPS who's going up top, but, like, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be helpful. It is a Super Saiyan 3, but I mean, it's Super Saiyan 3, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being a little too harsh, too Debbie Downery. We also have a Cell. They have a first form Frieza. They also have a Cell. We'll see how this goes. I have very low expectations. We're gonna super start the healing. If you want to go DPS, you should be super starting the skill 1. Because it just gives you more ability to buff yourself, just in a general sense. We do have a super start, Super Saiyan 3, so like maybe we'll be pretty good actually. Right. I was right, you do get 2 uses of your yeah, they're just there. I'm keeping him alive, but like the unfortunate part is that like the Frieza was just able to set up before we could. But that's fine. We just lost Kai, so it's not like a huge detriment or anything. We do need to protect against these hammers though, so would not be good if they did exactly what they are currently doing. All right, we're gonna go with strategic escape. Damn. I wasn't able to get back in there. Does he get the kill? He does not. That's fine. We're gonna just push in so that we can try and like help out here. We probably should be back farming. I went strategic escape just because like... Alright, desync is crazy. You guys saw me get that hammer, right? Alright, their tower is 1 tap, so this is not bad for us. I thought it was going much worse, but like, we're doing fine. Alright, let's go back, let's go back. He's got his shit set up right there. We did alright. We're going to go ahead and get our second one, which is going to be Art of Decoy. I don't necessarily run this build like all the time, so this is definitely a little bit different for me as far as builds go. Did he just Dragon Fist? Did I see that correctly? We haven't really had a chance to use our ult properly. It's fine. We're gonna just do this. Well, hopefully that helps someone. Get in the field. Get in the field. Heal. No. It's also a character that requires your teammates to kind of know what the fuck is going on, so. But to be fair, I also could have... I haven't used my helper once, so... It's not like I'm necessarily playing well myself. The desync in this game is so crazy. I know you guys are seeing this. Like, I fly over these hammers. Does not matter. See, very good as a get out of jail tool, but like, it doesn't matter whenever it's crazy. I had strategic escape too. I don't understand how. Well, I guess it's Frieza. Frieza's the fastest in the game. I should have put the thing down. I'm not necessarily playing the best, especially not with my ult. But it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna set up on boss. Put him there. Our cell hasn't transformed yet. I don't know how the enemy... We were on boss. We did get boss, so at the end of the day, I think it was worth, but not if we have a team kill. This cell just has to survive until I can get back, which is now. Alright, cool. So, all in all, worked out. They are just significantly higher level than us right now. That's another thing. I am not very high level. We're going to level up our ult, and we're going to level up our skill 1. We need to go rat, but like also... I don't see anyone on their team necessarily over here. I died, but we did get a good bit of the tower. Go ahead and ping them, let them know. Because they know that they're down 2 bosses. They're going to be all on top of that. Yeah, see? Wasn't able to get it, but we're going to ult anyway. So we can definitely do something here. Get rid of their tank. We're doing more now. We're doing more. Alright. I think that was a good game. We definitely picked it up at the end there where like we were just in those team fights and we were able to support our team. You saw that I had stopped rush attacking and like I was just focused on healing. And like that's really what you want to do is you just want to keep your team alive so that they can keep fighting. That's kind of what you want to do. This character doesn't really do much on his own. I was able to recover 50,000 HP to my allies, and that's like realistically the only stat that really matters with this character. You also kind of want a rat, obviously. It's why I went with Strategic Escape. I could have used Korin better, but I'm also still new to using Korin. I haven't used him all that much. Art of Decoy is just very good now because like you can just get your quick dash back if they obstruct you, and there's just a lot of people who have obstruct, like their Frieza had obstruct, the fucking Vegito had obstruct, the Cell had obstruct, all of these characters have obstruct. I think our team did pretty well. I think the Cell could have been better, but like I definitely am not gonna like sit here and shit on any of them. They did really good. But alright, yeah, that's basically how you would play this character. Pretty simple. The issue is that you don't get a lot of return for it if your team isn't playing well. You need a DPS who like understands like how you work, and that your ult will heal people. I didn't get to turn anyone into candy, but like which is I'm gonna be a little easy on myself. It is kind of hard to do that until you get to the level 3 ultimate, and I did not get there. I should have been farming more, but I think this was a decent attempt. Like I said, we're still on the side of characters that I'm not very good at, but anyway, that I mean we did all right. That's Majin Buu.